So much for hopping on my channel. We do a contest every month for something. We pick a winner randomly that likes, comments, and subscribes to every single one of my videos. This month, I have my admin choose them randomly, and you get free access, full access to our lifetime academy. And if you are already a member, then a video chat with me, and we can lay out a trading plan for you, and I can help take your game to the next level. So like, comment, and subscribe to every video that you can this month, and hopefully you'll be the winner and enjoy the next video. Peace. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is a weekly charting video, and it's the end of the month, May 26th, May 24th, 2020, and last week of May, already coming into June, and I think it's going to be a busy week. But remember, tomorrow is Memorial Day, so in the United States, it's a 3-day weekend. So in terms of dollar pairs, tomorrow it could be well, banks are closed, so we'll see less action. The indices, S&P 500, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, those markets will be closed for tomorrow. But a lot of times when that happens, I really think this is going to be the case this week. That means that volatility, so to speak, will be kind of rolled over to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So it'll be jam-packed into 4 days. So I'm thinking we could have 4 days of a lot of action going on in the market. So let's take a look at that. I think it's going to be a great week, and I know for a fact we're going to crush it in our VIP group. So shout out to everybody that's in that. Click link below if you'd like to be a part of something special. I've been doing this for years, really trying to look, I do this every single day, making videos, mentoring other traders, and teaching people my approach to the market. And I want to see you succeed and teach you how to do it in the simplest way possible. So if that interests you, click link below to get started. We'd love to have you in the group for sure. And also, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'd love to see my channel blow up, and so more people could see this content, because it's actually value packed, and so hopefully that'll happen for us someday, but we'll see. Until then, I'm still going to keep pumping them out and trying to help as many people as I can. So let's take a look at the markets. And right now, I do think it's kind of it's really hard to say exactly one way or the other where the dollar is going to be in particular. Because personally, I'm actually in a buy here on EURUSD, and because we camped out right here at 109. We'll see where the market opens, but this 109, 108 level is a really important level. You can see how significant it's been. But of course, we do have this really nice false breakout here. So, typically a false breakout could have us into a big breakdown. So, for that to happen, we're going to have to watch this level here. So I love trading triangles. I look for these structures and these patterns, and this is potentially what I'm looking at here. So whether or not we get a bounce, I think we'll see pretty early on. What I would love to see is maybe a move to retest the top side of this trend line here, and then that take us down towards these lower levels again, because we've been in quite the range. And look how compact and tight this is right now if you go to a weekly chart. So since all this stuff with the coronavirus happened, where it's just been condensed here, and we're really gearing up for one move one way or the other. I have this red trend line here, and the significance of that is if we go out to our weekly or even our daily, and this previously was a big breakout point. So these fractals show that it's still significant in my mind. We have a touch here. You can still see we are through these areas, There's fractal areas there. Here's another move right there. This got retested and then rejection. So now if we zoom in, fancy enough, that's right where we stopped there. So that does, did catch my interest as to maybe this will be a good spot for a bounce. So we'll see. I think we'll see pretty early on with EURUSD. But the dollar across the board is a lot of different scenarios that kind of make you say, man, I don't know what exactly is going on right here. I need to log into Telegram. I was going to send that out to my VIP group so they get all the setups before while I do these videos, so they can have them at home to go over as well. So here is an interesting breakdown as well, and this is pound dollar. So this definitely looks much more bearish here, and this is where we are with the pound. So we're at a really significant area. If we break down through this trend line support here, then we're going to be in some pretty big breakdown territory for pound dollar. So this is definitely a very bearish setup, and definitely one to watch really closely. I'm going to be looking at, because the downside potential is super high. But because well, we're already down here so far to the bottom is the thing. So whether or not if this holds, or if we get some serious dollar strength come into the market, and what would bring the type of dollar strength that could create such a massive move lower in the pound or in the euro, would be a turnaround here on the in the stock market. So this is the S&P 500. Here we are at the top to the bottom, and we just passed the 61.8% retracement. So I mean, the recovery here, given everything that's gone on with the coronavirus, has been incredible. So the question is, are we going to just continue marching to the 78.6, or are we going to get one big push lower? Now, if this is the scenario that happens, then definitely expect some serious dollar strength. But on the other hand, if we start marching higher, sorry, the dog's trying to get me to throw a stick. If we start marching higher and even re-challenge these all-time highs, man, that's going to be one incredible. I don't know how else to say it, given this huge economic shutdown. But that's going to be really bearish for the dollar, in terms of then we're going to see a lot of strength out of AUD, NZD, a lot of yen weakness. So watching these indices are going to be just clutch this week. This is one I'm already watching, and I got sent a trade to the VIP group in our chat room on I guess it was Thursday, that I was getting back in here and seeing what was this setup here. And this was it on the hourly. And I was looking at, I think I even had it on 30-minute. And I was just scalping through here. So this is the technical analysis that I use, works across different time frames. You just have to kind of adjust your style to it. Now, I'd love to get back in here on the NASDAQ, but I'm going to wait for some sort of dip. But, we're already poised to re-challenge these all-time highs. So if that's the case, then, there's really look at this. Look at that recovery right there. It's crazy. And I wish I bought and held down there from the bottom. So, but what can you do? You can't get too worked up over it anymore than I already am. But I feel like I definitely missed out on that boat. But it's okay. There's more stuff coming down the pipeline, and I think NASDAQ is going to be a great opportunity when it does dip. And let's take a look at the Dow as well. And it's lagging behind, way behind NASDAQ. And, it's kind of stalled out here in terms of the S&P 500, but, it's still not even close yet either. So for the Dow, we really need to challenge a 61.8% retracement here. But if we look at these other indices and say, hey, NASDAQ's about to challenge all-time highs, S&P 500's already above the 61.8, the chances are pretty high that we do the same and play catch-up here with the Dow. So finding that good entry is going to be crucial. So in this type of scenario is where I would make some fanning trend lines. And, it really looks like we are about to make that move higher. So, so we'll see. I was just drawing that. Makes me want to message Twanza in our group. Shout out to you. She's been crushing the US30, and I want to see where she is on this. But, this is a great example of how you can use these fanning trend lines to get a direction on the market. So the fact that we keep pushing these levels of resistance higher is a good sign that, well, at least we'll catch up with to the 61.8 for the Dow, or maybe, if we go to all-time highs in NASDAQ and the S&P keeps marching higher, then that would be very weak, the dollar, and strong all the commodity currencies, and buying against the yen in that case I think would be a very good play. I'm really looking at Euro yen here. I think this is going to be a great dip to buy. We just had this false breakdown I was talking about a while ago, and we just had a turnaround here. So if we're trading out of a false breakdown, which was this move here, and it looks like we are breaking out from that move, and boy, you can see on this daily weekly chart how well this 78.6% really maintained there. Geez. So there's the 78.6% retracement, and got us really chopped us down to size here, and now we're at the 61.8. So I'm thinking this is going to create a good buying opportunity for EJ, and that we could be going much higher because we're going to have this momentum from the from that false breakdown that we were trading 2-3 weeks ago. So looking to buy dips here. Maybe we retest this 50% retracement, but I think we're getting into a good area here on EJ. UJ had quite the rally last week and then kind of fizzled out, but this is where we were. So this is this very long-term consolidation downtrend line. Here we are. We've had this nice, I would go ahead and call it a breakout. It looks like we're trying to break out here. And then we more or less stop. So the area I have this rectangle drawn here is a very significant level. So all you gotta do a lot of times, God, if I did this more often, I would save myself from so many losing trades, and definitely win a lot more too, because if I can look left and see the history of what's going on here, then I can see where we're at now. And so historically wise, this area that we're at now is a pretty significant area. So in fact, it's a very significant area. So us breaking out of here is going to be very, very important, and that's going to hinge on whether or not we see a big risk on week this week. So that's what I'm going to be watching for specifically, in a broad sense. I think there's some, good, like if we take AUD/USD for example, I think it, honestly, it's hard. Looking at it, it's hard to tell what exactly I want to do with this right here. Here we are. We're already past the 61.8. We've been moving upwards. Our size kind of divergent down here. If we go to the 4 hour, same time, higher high, higher high, higher high, right? It did break. It broke out of here, and then we retested this area. So I mean, I think that's positioned for us to potentially keep marching higher, given, and that's the big thing, is given that the markets don't turn around on us. And if that's the case, then we're going to see massive sell-off, or it's going to be a huge, very violent move in favor of Euro USD across the board. So, or not Euro USD, US dollars. So it's going to be an interesting week. Remember, tomorrow's Memorial Day, but that doesn't mean it's going to be too slow. A lot of times when on these days is when a lot of kind of hidden banker move type might happen, or the other side of that is there is a lot less liquidity in the market. So that means it's easier for a small order to push the market around. So, so we will be watching, and especially we're going to be watching very closely in our VIP group. And if you'd like to be a part of that, we would love to have you. Click the link below to get started, and have a great, great trading week, everybody. Peace. See ya.